Good morning, I hope you're well and I hope you're enjoying springtime so far. This morning is going to be all about turning really delicious recipes into sourdough recipes. We already prepped a little bit yesterday. We are starting with morning rolls. It is Saturday morning, so we didn't have breakfast yet and we're really excited to try them. So the plan is going to be to bake these morning rolls, then prep the dough for Franzbrötchen. This is a German-style cinnamon-flavored bun. I never baked them, so I'm excited how they turn out. For that, I prepped my dough. And we are also going to have a Snickers-style sourdough bread, and I tried to make it healthier. Still a little bit of sugar, but it's coming from dates. So I will talk about that in a minute, but for now we are going to pop the buns in the oven, and for that we are going to score them. We are only going to bake 5 of them, so we are going to freeze the rest and bake it when we need it. The shape of them is not perfect, but it's the first time I tried this recipe, so we will see how this one turns out. Now I'm going to pop them in the oven.
Hey, Mr. Director, anything for you.
So they proofed overnight in the fridge, and I'm now going to take them and freeze them. I'm thinking about making them pretzel style, but we will see. They are a little bit sticky. Okay, so, and now what we're going to do is to prep the dough for the cinnamon buns. I just call them cinnamon buns. Oh, I also, this morning I prepped some dough for my pumpkin cinnamon swirl dinner rolls. I will not show the final result because I made them in the last video, so if you're curious how these rolls turn out, just watch the last video. And I also share all my videos on my Instagram, so I can link the recipe to those, so you can just watch that. Okay, so the goal right now is to just roll the dough. It also proofed overnight, that's why it has these crinkles. So when the buns are done, we will have breakfast, so the oven has some time to heat up, so I can put the bread into the oven. And what I tried, I will only use half of the butter the recipe says I should use, because, as I said, I'm trying to make the recipes a little bit more healthy. There's nothing wrong with butter, it's just the amount. And in a lot of recipes I actually remake, I can easily reduce the amount of sugar and butter because there's always enough of it. And a lot of times when I remake recipes, I can actually just use half of the amount of the butter or sugar, and it turns out just fine. So this is exactly what I'm going to do here. And now the goal is to make some layers. Oh, no. And the first step would be to spread the butter, of course. And now the next step will be to, make some layers, and for that we are going to cut the dough into, time is up, and now we are going to decrease the heat. They look really funny. I'm excited how they will turn out. And now we're just wrapping the dough like this. I've never seen that technique before. But it will add some beautiful layers. So, and now this baby will be put in the freezer for 1 hour, and in the meantime we're going to prepare some breakfast. Breakfast is done. We only have one little bun left. They turned out a little funny. I'm no master of baking these little buns yet, but I really love eating buns, especially on Sunday. So we're going to work on that. But the next step is the most exciting step. Look at that huge little bread. It's popping out so much. It's filled with good stuff. I don't know if I talked about it earlier, but I explained this is a Snickers-style loaf, Snickers-style sourdough loaf. Look at that one. And I tried to make it a healthy version. I can insert some footage of the process, but it's basically just sourdough, and one part of the dough is made with a cacao and coconut oil mixture. And I spread some peanut butter on top, which is 100% peanut butter, dark chocolate chunks, and I made a caramel, which only consists of 2 ingredients. It's it's dates and oat milk, so a healthier version. And now we can see this fella is popping. Wow, it's huge. Okay, it's time to get that monster in the oven. I'm going to score it right away, and I hope it will work out. It's already boiling. We are going to bake that again for 35 minutes and then remove the lid and bake for another 10 minutes. I actually tried to research the actual term, what the Franzbrötchen are called, and I can't even keep that in mind. It's called sweet cinnamon flavored northern German pastry. So if you wondered what Franzbrötchen are. Now we're going to make some room for the dough, which chilled in the freezer in the meantime, while we had the most delicious breakfast. Now that the dough has chilled, we are going to roll it out just like cinnamon rolls. So since the dough has chilled in the freezer for a bit, it's a little tougher to roll it out, but I think the purpose of the freezing part is because of the butter, so it won't spread into the dough and add those beautiful layers, just like when you make croissants. Okay, so the next step will be to just spread some cinnamon, and again I didn't use as much sugar as the recipe said. It said 150 to 200 grams of brown sugar, and I will try it with only 90 grams of brown sugar, which should definitely be enough. I mean, the most part of the flavor will come from the cinnamon, so maybe we are going to use a little bit more cinnamon. Of course, sugar is important, but I think 90 grams is enough. So this is 90 grams of brown sugar, which is quite a bit. So we are just going to spread it. Look at that. I wouldn't even know how double of the amount would fit onto these rolls. So
I was never the one to write
up.
a song for just anyone.
It definitely already smells like peanut butter. So the bread is working in the oven.
If you keep on waiting, but then you came along and proved me all wrong.
And now we're going to use a trick which I saw on Instagram. And this trick is used to make even sized cinnamon rolls or rolls, whatever. So you just use a knife and flip that over. So you have the marks. So no uneven rolls anymore. Now the most exciting part about those special beauties, they are not only cinnamon rolls, but wow, those layers are truly beautiful. Is their special shape. We don't have a wooden spoon, which has this size, but we're going to use a straw. And now we're just going to press that straw and flatten the whole thing out. Now it looks like a roll. All right, and the plan again is to freeze some of those. So we're going to put that aside because I have 12 rolls here and I don't want them to go bad. So I just checked for the recipe and I pushed it down the wrong side because they look like rolls and that's not how they're supposed to look. So we are going to press that down on this side. Now that looks right. All right. So this will be the first one. We are going to have 5 of these and 7 I will freeze. All right, moment of truth. It definitely flattened out a bit, but it smells scrumptious.
I'm a sweet baby.
That is a massive fella. I'm so excited how it looked from the inside. It did spread a bit. It's not the most beautiful loaf, but I bet it's super delicious. So, time's up and they look so tasty. They didn't flatten out just as planned, but they look so good and they have beautiful layers. I'm going to show you in a bit until they cooled off. And in the meantime, I think we're going to start cutting our Snickers loaf. So excited for that, and I hope it will have beautiful layers as well. Let's take a closer look at this bread. I'm so excited to cut. It was completely stuffed, so I hope it's done. Wow. And it's definitely done. Yes, I love the swirl. And the swirl worked out because I used 2 doughs, so one with chocolate and one normal. Looks like a zebra. I don't see the caramel. Maybe you can tell a bit. I spread the caramel layer on top of the dark dough. So maybe you can tell a bit here, those parts are the caramel. I'm super excited to try it out. Now our German-style cinnamon-flavored pastry. They turned out so beautiful. Look at those layers. I'm gonna show you, like a croissant. I really like the process of folding the dough, which is so convenient, super easy, and it has those beautiful layers. So definitely happy about the end result. Okay, so I can't help but just try them. Wow, I don't know where to start, but I'm just going to start. These are so good. I don't know, I really think that the amount of butter and sugar was enough. They are so flavorful. They are buttery, but not too buttery. So really, really tasty. I'm pretty sure my husband wants to try them as well. They are so good. Yes. Okay, so this has been a true success. The buns, or rather not, the bread, the Snickers bread. I'm excited to try that out later. But yeah, for now I'm going to enjoy this little baby. And yeah, so I'm gonna set that beside. Thank you so much for spending this Saturday morning with me. I hope you found some inspiration. Definitely make these, try these. I will put the recipe on my Instagram. And yeah, I see you soon. Thank you for watching and consider subscribing and liking this video. Now I'm going to enjoy this one.